keeping up with on a nano boost on a sound barrier. You don't see that in competitive Overwatch.
Well, the Fuel, final opportunity, they move in, repel immediately, dropping Nano on the Dante. Dante just looking for Guangzhou. Meanwhile, Decay to the back, the slice! 2 down! And the Fuel finally hit pay dirt on this blade. That's the good news. The bad news is they now have to bring this back essentially 0 to 99. Not quite as bad as that, but pretty close. Outlaws taking a lot of time to set up here. The Fuel more than okay with that. Decay, though, gets hacked early on, but there's the eat! Note! Eating from Blase! And the Fuel able to maintain their position. What a crucial eat coming in. And now here comes Decay. The blade is out directly to the back.
Wow, what a turnaround by the Dallas Fuel. Really, really impressive stuff. Kind of comes back to me to that moment where Jexa popped the sound barrier so early that the Nano Blade was able to come in and finish him off as it faded. So, bit of a minor error from Jexa, playing really well at the start of the round, but that tiny, tiny little error ends up costing them the whole round. Once Dallas has control of the map, able to fight where they want to fight, it looks really, really scary to play against this Doomfist Genji. So
that was just going to be stuck running their tails between their legs, and this is so good for the Fuel, Jake.
Yes, it is, but could see an absolutely massive delay here. Mecho's still alive. Jexa turns it on Doha. Now ults need to be committed to win this fight. Meteor Strike gonna keep Blase alive. He wants to contest this as well. Mumu with the Primal.
Okay, only getting one off the blade. The Fuel ending up doing that situation not great. The Outlaws creating some chaos, and Mumu with the Primal knocks Crimzo right over. And the Outlaws doing a great job.
Ult in the dive mirror.
Fuel waiting and waiting, but they can wait no longer. The Outlaws, though, early engage off Muma. They get Crimzo. And now the Outlaws working on the 6-on-5. The Fuel, this is do or die here in this round. Decay's down! Decay not going to be the hero. Both DPS out of the fight. Now it's just Guangzhou on a whim and a prayer, but the Outlaws continuing to maintain control. This is going to lead us to a round 3. All likely.
Yeah, Gamsu's doing his best, but 1v6, a little too difficult here. At least Dante's down, but it's just going to be up to Tiny Contest here. No, Baby finished off. Blase just doing whatever he wants on the Doomfist, ulting into the back line. That should be the round.
Blaze's Doomfist, of course, an absolute terror this season. Something the Outlaws fans have come to respect, come to expect.
Outlaws, Muma just trying to annoy, contest point, get a little bit of ult charge. The Outlaws, they just want to soft reset this. They don't want to fully give up point presence. Just wait for Jexa to get back and then take another fight. But Blaze's committing quickly with Muma. Could be a little too aggressive, but they get Guangzhou. It is traded back onto Blase.
They get Guangzhou, but I think if you're the Fuel, you like that trade. Blase is so important. Meanwhile, for the Fuel, they've been throwing the win fights even when Guangzhou is down. So the Fuel still sitting pretty here. Doha, distraction, Meteor Strike over. Might actually get something. Dives down to the Brigida, and Jexa cannot get away. The Fuel maintaining presence here on the point. Even as the Outlaws desperately try and cap. You got Buma, Primal Rage, closes out of it. He's gonna knock anyone off the side. He's certainly looking for it, but Decay on the other side, making his presence known.
Oh, such a heavy commitment from Houston. It doesn't seem like it's gonna pay off at all. Shades of that last map where Houston did essentially the same thing, but on the other side. Now it's Dante's EMP to potentially actually stop the Genji. But a great opening hack by Dante. That's a free pick. Might be able to hold on to the EMP a little.
They're still engaging. They still go for the blade. Jexa down. Doha looking for it. Decay with 2. And he ends up being the equalizer now. Trying to get away from Doom. Blase in hot pursuit. Decay cannot get away. But the Fuel muddy the waters enough that they're still in control.
Yeah, Dante, though, not committing EMP, so it's not too dire yet for Houston. They might
the Fuel alive, mitigates the damage, and Jexa knocked right off. The Outlaws 5-on-6, the Fuel reinvigorated, and the Outlaws are just getting damage left, right, and center. Decay doing whatever he wants, and the Dallas Fuel just about there. Map 1 in their sights.
Great response by Closer with the sound barrier, keeping his team alive. And then not only that, he adds insult to injury, sliding in there to boop his counterpart off the map, taking down Jexa. Beautiful stuff from the Fuel there, winning that last map. Just like Houston did to them the map before, you know, even in that.
Expose anything here just yet, giving Dante time to build in the EMP. The Fuel, though, the running composition that simply wants to get to point, and now they've brought that fight over to the point. The Outlaws looking low, now under pressure, and Repel can't get away, so the Fuel just simply running over the Outlaws to start things out, but Crimzo down might not be enough.
Muma doing as much as he can here, but only 85 on the Primal. He's going to need at least one more jump to get that finished, and this could be point over here. Without Repel, the Outlaws quickly going to run out of steam, just don't have the heals to really sustain this engagement. Muma going to fall, but not really investing much. I think at this point, the Outlaws, they just want to charge their ults. That was a really nice flank by Decay and the rest of the squad to
You burn a lot of time, but Burn Musu's don't get anything. It's terrible. D.Va, though, down. No D-Mac. The Outlaws, very good spot potentially. Blase keeping them in the fight. And the Fuel forced to go back. And that is the reward paying off for the Outlaws. And they have the EMP still, Jake, for the next
touch the point in the suicide rush. We've seen him make these selfless plays before, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Beat does come in, but Meko eats the Blizzard from Doha.
Meko right on top of it. The Outlaws smothering the Fuel, stopping their flame. And the Fuel down to their last few members. They can't get anything going. And the Outlaws, even down Muma, and what should have been a clear advantage for the Fuel, still turn it around. Blase in particular being immortal. And Meko just finishing it. The Fuel get damaged quite a bit, but everyone's still alive. Guangzhou, though, can't get up. Ryan v. Ryan, and Guangzhou ends up falling down, so now the Fuel down to 5. The Outlaws already about 2 ticks on the point. The Fuel must move in. They must contest. They drop the Nano. Decay. The Dragon Strike from the side. Repel ends up falling. And the Fuel buy a little bit of room here between the Blizzard and the Dragon Strike, but the Outlaws, they don't walk away empty-handed here so far.
Heroic clutch from Decay, but Blase is still fighting. Gets 2 pick off, both supports actually falling there in the final seconds of the fight, which could create a little bit of a power play for Houston. They get 1 tick off that fight. Could have been more without those heroic saves from Decay. Not only Dragon
for his trouble as he goes for the Deadeye. Blase off to the side. Decay's Dragon Eden! Meko in the Hangzhou's face. No drops bomb over the top. Fuel trying to stay in it, and it's Doha and Note keeping the Fuel alive here so far. Blase, though, on the side. Good HP, looking for the D.Va, finishes off, and Blase still the threat here that Fuel need to do something about. The Outlaws back on the point, and Blase fearlessly rotating around. Doha gone. The Outlaws almost in supremacy.
Gamsu needs to find a shatter there, but he just doesn't have the HP to do it. Now Blase is cleaning up with the Nano Boost, and this should be the map for Houston. Great comeback with the power play. Good attempt by everyone on the side of the Dallas Fuel. Decay making some hero plays, keeping that match alive. A bit more difficult to execute, can work. Decay, nice pressure onto Dante. Oh, and a beautiful pickup onto Jexit. That should really slow down the attack from the Outlaws.
And this is what we've seen from Ashe players, where once they get into a groove, they can just shut down a game nearly single-handedly. You think back to that duel yesterday between Carpe and Baby Bay, where it felt like the Ashes controlled Destiny. Well, Decay super low right now. Dante, I think, was in hot pursuit. Decay just barely saved. Now he needs some form of healing before he can go back and poke. He's not getting it.
Yeah, Meko isolated and taken down there same time as Dante, so great work by the Fuel, responding to both aggressions simultaneously and with total success there, not really giving up any answer. Though, going to slow down his initiation, but a fire strike. What a wall from Doha.
It slowed him down, but not for long. Just got up, let the fire ride, and the Fuel easily take the fight. Outlaws. Houston trying to make anything happen, trying to at least make Dallas spend some cash here. And attack does not super really work. Guangzhou goes for it. Long range Earth Shatter with the Flux, and the Fuel, they do expend some resources here, but they get a very decisive team fight in return, and the Outlaws now potentially down to their last.
Yeah, the Outlaws are pretty much going to have 1 fight with good ult economy. Not really going to have much more than that. This next fight has to go well for them. So far.
They don't in danger, but closes right there. Uses the barrier. Mitigates the threat. The Fuel trying to stay in it. Guangzhou taking a quick nap, but Decay still a threat. Both mains out of the fight. You gotta look towards Decay here and what he's going to do. Fuel still on the payload. Decay not under pressure. The Outlaws getting poked down. Meko soon to be in danger. Guangzhou just able to back away. Now very close to a shatter. Builds it up off the fire strike. Waiting, drops it down. And Meko in real danger as a result. Not quite demeched. Somehow able to get away. As Repel uses the Nano. Back and forth. Muma out because of the Flux. And the Fuel are still holding strong.
Yeah, potential first point hold here brewing for the Fuel. It's looking extremely good for them. Ever from the Outlaws caught in a tiny corridor. That's not how you want to fight it. Great passive plays from the Fuel there. Even losing some players, they keep their high mobility heroes. Probably don't care too much about it. Jex's rally is, I think, going to be the linchpin here. It's going to be very hard to get pickoffs through the power of the rally. So much CC, though, coming out into Blase. Might get caught, but oh, everyone's with him.
Blase looking for it. Dante lets the EMP ride. 3 struck on the Fuel. With Guangzhou out of it so early. And the good bio at the end. But, okay, Jexit goes a little bit too deep trying to follow it up. Ends up falling. It's not enough for the Fuel to really keep up the pressure, but the Outlaws have to be careful not to bleed.
Beautiful combo by Blase, absolutely carving through all that armor. Closer did everything he could to keep Crimzo alive, but perfect execution from Blase just gets that damage in, and that's another hold potentially from the Outlaws as well. Nano onto Muma, chasing frags. Could get very aggressive here, but I like this from Muma. Don't throw the round, just play smart. You're winning these fights pretty consistently, and those are really, really important ults.
Primal Rage ready to back it up. Quite a bit of damage going around. 50 yards. Oh no! Muma does not primal the Fuel. Now with an opportunity. You can't have that happen. And now the Fuel looking far better as the Outlaws. They have to buy time for Muma to get back.
Nano Boost comes in on Decay. He finds Blase, reloads with the High Noon as well. Now it's Molten Core on card. Things are falling apart here for the Houston Outlaws. It looks so good, but Muma, greedy with the Primal, gets bursted down. It's just card stagger here. I mean, yes, he's back with a Primal, but now it's a 1v6. Not really the ultimate you need for the situation, and Fuel are going to be able to win the map off the back of that. Oof, Muma's got to be kicking himself after that one.
What a collapse!
Perfect here. Hack onto Doha, but he's being kept alive, and it's Gamsu who falls first.
Yeah, Gamsu just focused on down. Early hack pressure from Dante in the back. Now the Fuel, you're stuck running in the back. Your front line is decimated. Blase just gets to pick you apart. And really nice engage here from the Outlaws, where I think Blase, of course, very adept, and the rest of the Outlaws, he didn't overcommit. They waited for the opportunity to be made.
That's so impressive as well by the Outlaws. I think something they're doing consistently on this dive comp is having multiple
trying the pressure off that early hack pressure, but this time Muma pays a price. Taken down early by Doha. I think they overestimated the edge they had there, and now for the Fuel, if they can just sit back and heal, they're going to have an enormous advantage, especially with Jexay out of their fight. The Fuel now just get to walk over onto point A. Should be a quick cap.
So painful to lose your Winston first. Not really much coming back from that in the dive comp. Winston is really that crucial distraction that enables all the other heroes. You know, your Ana find the nades to sleep, enables your DPS to make big plays. Muma's committing as well with the Primal. Wants to recontest here, taking a ton of damage, and Decay with the High Noon is zoning him from actually contesting point.
I don't think this is Florida v. Boston. I don't think you're going to have a crazy point A retake, and no, it was kind of a waste of resource like it. Okay, the rest of the Outlaws now moving in through the front. Blase making his move. Meteor Strike into the side, looking for anyone in the corner. Has to back on over. Pimo Gamsu! Earth Shatter down! But the EMP from Dante stops it from getting too crazy. Blase going, thank you for the EMP. I'm going to follow up what you just set up. And the Fuel just stuck beaten in the corner.
It's a crazy brawl here. Attacker spawns pretty quick. Shut that all down.
Looking for Doha, already super low. Muma diving on in. Crimzo out of the fight immediately. Muma, just with this Nano, might not even have to use the Primal. Doesn't have to worry about environmental kills when you're just simply running the other team over. Some nice redemption from Muma.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I mean, Winston is, I would say, Muma's best hero. I think stylistically, he's a player.
As the Fuel off the two early pickoffs, they just walk their way over. There's the shatter from Gamsu. Again, a little bit of extra delay. The Outlaws again try and come out here, but they've almost done it. Can anyone even touch? Give a touch.
Low.
But looking for it. Gamsu, though, still dominating on the payload. And the Fuel have done it off of what was just a bad early pickoff opportunity.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from the Fuel. Just working those pickoffs. The hack onto Muma and the sleep onto Dante. That's more than you could ever. And to get that EMP up as quickly as possible. He's already at 60%.
It's a really quick build by Dante. And the Fuel, they're just trying to get fight after fight here. Muma ends up getting caught, so again, the Fuel can take advantage. They lose Doha off on the side. Blase looking to equalize, takes down two. Blase, a continual threat, and he's not even done. Gets Node out of his mech, and Blase giving stability for the Outlaws here. The Fuel just about out of time. And who do you look to but Blase anytime the Outlaws need a lifeline?
I love the confidence, giving him the nano, giving him the bubble.
Fuel moving a little bit back, looking to get any value off the wall. Now they look to isolate Muma, and they do. Muma taken down immediately, assassination successful. And Fuel just need to do that multiple times over here, Jake, but that's a good start.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the challenge for this Zarya squad, though, is that once you're on that, you're barely contesting the point, trying to stay alive, but Decay with the Nano High Noon. He's coming for blood.
Electric Cowboy, Decay in the back, looking for Zarya, takes her down. This is Decay being unleashed in the side. And that, Jake, that just got so aided by the fact that I truly don't believe the Nano was intended for the Zarya.
No, definitely not there.
This is going to be your last good fight regardless. But they're going in early before everything is set up. They're giving the Fuel an opportunity. The Shatter comes down from Gamsu. And now force out the early beat from the Outlaws. Mecco wants up the grab mid-fight. Lands it on top of Blase and Dante right there. A great grab. Even better follow-through. So, I mean, the Outlaws played a little bit risky there, but it worked.
CB closer tried to beat and got dropped by Muma's Shatter. Oh, that's bad. But Decay wisely held the flash for Dante's Death Blossom and able to shut that down really, really quick before it gets big damage. Muma as well caught alone. Gonna get the bubble and Trying to save him are the rest of the Outlaws, though this might be a little too much. Blizzard freezing both tanks. Nice placement of the Blizzard by D.Va, sending it very deep. Knows that Muma has no choice but to retreat back into the rest of the Blizzard. So now Fuel once again.
Ends up taking himself out. I think the Graviton was a little bit too aggressive. Now the Fuel trying to punish Crimzo off the edge. No, Graviton's built up. Muma finding himself very isolated, but Blazé on the other end makes use of the distraction. That's insane. Dante on the cleanup, the Death Blossom over and in, and the Outlaws not quite out of it yet.
Jexa says, Blazé, you've been picking off the back line. How about I get a double kill? 2 environmental kills, 1 fight. Disgusting, beautiful, love to see it. And a nano boost from Repel. We'll see what goes on. Gonna be Blazé again.
Blazé off the nano, assassinates Crimzo right where he stands. The Outlaws, they have the momentum, although Gamsu, the Shatter, stops the momentum like a brick wall. And the Fuel trying to make a valiant last stand as the Outlaws are left with a little over. Slow it down a little bit. The Outlaws really playing for that final fight opportunity, and the Fuel maybe giving up a little bit of space. Here we go, into the fight we go. Muma drops the Shatter, puts Note to the ground. Not before Note gets the Graviton out. Meanwhile, Blazé in the back, following up on Meko. The Outlaws with a huge advantage, and that's going to be it. We are going to a map 5.
Wow, this is top-level Overwatch right here. Love to see it.
Prioritizing, getting to the middle, but now rotating out over, trying to get the early pickup on the Repel on the other side. Both teams right now feeling each other out.
Fancy footwork from Repel and Jexa. Fuel are just trying to chase down these backliners, but they're so elusive. Repel and Jexa are still alive. They've been chased by 6 members of the Fuel for about 15 seconds, and somehow they get out of it. I don't even know. Repel was caught in that flank all alone, and then just jumped over the enemy.
Their advantage to burn the beat. Note's in danger. Hacked, about to get demeched. And now you gotta look towards Decay and Doha. What is a DPS duo for the Fuel gonna do here? Doha drops the EMP, hits 3. And Decay, he's still running back to the fight.
It's a nice pickup. Meko trying to stay alive, but Gamsu's swinging for the hills, but it's Blazé once again, the hero of the Outlaws here on the Doomfist. Immediately shuts down the Death Blossom from Decay, but Decay's still fighting.
Decay can't get away. Taken on down. Dante and Blazé connecting. Overtime ticks down, and the Outlaws 1 round all around. Looking to stabilize, and Doha gets caught.
Muma as well falling though. Both sides trading, and Blazé getting poked very hard. Outlaws have a bit of high ground control, but they have to keep this point contested. Now they're committing in hard. Meko with another pickoff onto the other DPS.
Meko just cannot be stopped. 3 pickoffs from Meko to start things out. And that's what the Outlaws needed here. They're going to get first control in what could be the definitive round.
Muma going very aggro, and he even gets the pick. Muma putting on
strikes out, delaying the Fuel, getting good poke damage in. Lands on a safe area to get healed back up. This is so smart. Now he gets a nano, takes down Doha, of all people to land on into, and the Fuel are falling apart.
I thought the other map was the one with the cars, but looked like Doha just got hit by a truck there. Hammond and Doofus rolling in on him exactly at the same time. Fuel are trying to do their best to keep this fight going, but you can't really commit down players like that. Doha, since he switched to Sombra after the mid-fight, is only on 35% of an EMP. Jexa might not anticipate this, but if Jexa's been keeping track of those early deaths, Poser only onto both supports, keeps Crimzo alive for now, but Muma is unfazed, spinning to win in the backline. They end up taking him out, but he's already done so much in terms of distraction. Meko, once again, running rampant, has a self-destruct, but it looks like Fuel, they might be able to turn this fight just barely, and the hack onto Meko ensures he won't be able to self-destruct. So the Outlaws, they're going to have to be able to at least retake point. No falls in the final seconds. This is so scrappy, but Fuel barely going to come out on top, it seems. Muma doesn't want to give a point.
Muma is just trying to delay it. Okay, you're at 99%. This is fine. Jexay's down. Don't feed away an ult advantage here. The Outlaws are in such a good spot. Now just back out and approach this any way you want to. The Fuel get their control, but now they are at death's door, Jake. One more lost fight, and the Outlaws.
Said, let Dante get a little bit more value. He actually breaks Doha's TP. We'll see if that comes into play here.
The Fuel fought things back. Now they just need a little bit more. Closer takes down Muma with the aid of the hack. Decay into the back line. Does not get anything off the Death Blossom. Put to the ground. Blazé to the back, looking for the execution. Takes down Decay. And now the Outlaws. They can't stand the point. We go to round 3.
I think that may have just been over with the hack onto Muma.
Play some map 5 demons right now. Put some ghosts to bed. But the Fuel looking to keep that story going as Blazé's down. Blazé runs right into a fire strike. And the entire push just goes completely awry. Jexay's down. The Fuel on their way, about to be at 50%.
Great mental fortitude from the Fuel, battling back in that last round and now looking so dominant, winning that fight without any ultimates, just the Shatter, but not that it needs to be a hero once again here, but it's Decay on the flank.
An early wall, and even better engage. The Fuel catch the Outlaws off guard. And now the Outlaws, Jake, they're just about out of chances. They get one more opportunity to right the ship.
It's going to be a fight over for them. Muma walled solo on the point.
Oh, no. Muma's in real danger here. Frozen out immediately. They're looking for the assassination. Blase already gone. And Muma frozen over and over again. Dante still in it. Takes down the mirror. The Blizzard out for the Fuel. Muma's been frozen for a long period of time, but Doa ends up falling. The Outlaws, they work the outside, and they're not gone just yet. They live to fight at least one more fight.
Dante taking out Decay. That's
old. They wish to win here, and Muma just under pressure, just getting out footworked here. Drops a Shatter under pressure. Doa had the fight. Gamsu a counter Shatter to the side, and that might have just done it here for the Fuel. They're moving back on over. Muma, one of the last alive on the point, taken on down. The Fuel about to get control once more. The Outlaws thrown off. Overtime ticking down. The battle for Texas in the midst. Overtime. How long can the Outlaws delay? Jexe is out of it, and the Fuel, have they done it? The Outlaws are trying to delay.
it looks like it's all over here. All these stall heroes not really able to actually fight, just doing their best to get on the point for a second or two. That's pretty much all they can do as Fuel take the series, Fuel take the map. Beautiful. They win the Battle of Texas. What an absolutely insane series. Beautiful plays from both sides. That's a GG's right there.